to get into chapter 4, and in chapter 4 we learned about alternative dispute resolution, and this is used to resolve legal disputes through methods of litigation. And there are several methods. You have negotiation and settlement, mediation, arbitration, mini trials, early neutral case evaluation, private trials, and summary jury trials. The advantages of alternative dispute resolution are they are less expensive, convenient, and less time consuming. Freedom to choose, you have the freedom to choose an expert, and they preserve the confidentiality between parties. First type of ADR is negotiation and settlement. It requires each party to give up something in exchange of getting something from the other side. Then you have mediation. Mediation, the goals of mediation is to initiate communication between the parties, help the parties find an agreeable solution, and provide a resolution that is fair, equitable, and based upon sufficient information. Common uses for mediation is like collective bargaining disputes, commercial contract problems, employment disputes, stuff like that. Then we have arbitration. Arbitration, disputing parties submit their disagreement to a mutually agreed upon neutral decision maker or one provided for by statute. Witnesses and evidence are presented, and the decisions are rendered within 30 days and are generally a compromise. There's a drafter checklist, and this is a checklist for ensuring that a mandatory arbitration clause is not unconscionable. Um, the selection of arbitrator, it is selected on the basis of their special expertise in a particular field. And there's an arbitrator code of ethics, and it is to uphold the integrity and fairness of the arbitration process, disclose any interest or relationship that is likely to affect the arbitrators impartially or that might create an appearance of partial bias, and it is to avoid the impropriety or the appearance of it when communicating with parties, and is to also conduct the proceedings fairly and diligently. Arbitrations are used in labor disputes, salaries, business conflicts, consumer complaints, technological disputes, and employment disputes. Next, we have many trials, and for many trials, lawyers for each side present the case at a proceeding referred by a neutral advisor. Then we have early neutral case evaluation, and this is when disputing parties explain their respective positions to a neutral third party who evaluates the strengths and weaknesses of the cases and guides the parties in reaching a settlement. Next, we have pre-trials, and this is also known as rent-a-judge. And this is when the cases are tried in private by a referee who is selected by the disputes and empowered by the statute to enter a binding judgment. Um, then we have the summary jury trial, and it consists of an abbreviated trial, a non-binding jury verdict, and a settlement conference. Uh, these two chapters were very hefty in knowledge, so that's why this video is a little bit longer than it should be. But in terms of these two chapters contained a lot of knowledge that we needed to learn in order to go forward.